got one more team that I work very closely with. Um, this is the 2020 team. Getting an issue that I find, super relevant today, but I just find super interesting in general, which is how do we interact with our news? How do we get different news? How do we have conversations around stuff that's happening with the people that are concerned with it? So they have a pretty clear vision for what they wanted, and they can show you their execution. It's wonderful. Thank you.
Thanks, Omri. Good afternoon. My name is Darryn, and I'd like to introduce Ezra Shamie, who's at the podium, and Andrea Atkinson, who's standing next to me, and Jason Lerner, who is currently at Google, so won't be joining us today. Together, we are the team behind 2020. The availability of media today can be overwhelming, but at any given news cycle, do you feel you're being fed the same perspective? How aware are you with what you're reading? With the advancement of consumer targeting, it has become easier for news organizations to direct their political slants with or without you knowing. By using our app, we hope the user becomes more self-aware of what they are reading and join in on our community discussions to broaden their perspectives. Let's start out at our homepage, which shows trending articles at the moment. Let's read an article. As you finish reading the article, you look over to the right and you see a visual display of the article's emotional analysis, helping you becoming more self-aware of what you just read. Let's join in on the community discussion, where we can see other people's perspectives. These perspectives are shared across our platform, including our 2020 Chrome extension. The Chrome extension is used mainly to further community discussions on the article, but can be used on any news article across the internet. What is also interesting is that behind the scenes, whenever you use the Chrome extension, the article gets added to our database. In effect, we're crowdsourcing articles. Now I'll pass it over to Andrew, who will talk about this process. Thank you.
Thank you, Darryn. The app creates articles by sending out calls simultaneously to news APIs and to Watson's natural language analysis. The news APIs takes a URL which ultimately returns an article. Separately, Watson completes its analysis and returns emotions, people, places, other entities, and an expression of sentiment from a positive to a negative. It's key that this data comes together all at the same moment and is processed into the same database entries, but pretty much inevitable that it doesn't. In order to get the data to come together like this, we use async and await, which waits on the resolving data, and then we can actually create those entries. When we have this parsed data, we have paragraphs which are indexed to comments. We have data to create the radar charts through D3, which gives us a succinct emotional insight. And we also have a series of related articles, related by topic and organized by sentiment. As well as this, we also, by using React and Redux, we can not only display the current article, but also have reference to other articles, all the related articles, along with their comments, analysis, and the full text. With that, I will pass over to Ezra to talk about the Chrome extension.
Thank you, Andrew. The motivation behind the Chrome extension was to give our users the opportunity to join the 2020 conversation, even from a publisher's website. With the goal of creating a natural and simple experience for our users, the extension was built with two key features. 1, paragraph-level commenting, and 2, automated scrolling. When a user double-clicks on a paragraph, a jQuery selector bubbles up to the parent node and stores the node's tag and text in Chrome's local storage. When a comment is entered, a string similarity function compares the node's text with the indexed paragraphs to find the appropriate ID to associate the comment with. The comment is stored in the database with the node's tag and text, which is later used to navigate the automated scrolling. Using promises, we're able to deal with the asynchronicity of rendering and adding hover handlers to comments. When a user hovers over a comment, the extension identifies the associated paragraphs, the text and tag, which was stored in the database. Using jQuery's contain selector, we're able to scroll to the appropriate place on the DOM. To conclude, 2020 code can be found on GitHub and will be deployed by the end of the week. We'd like to give special thanks to our instructors and all those who joined us today.
That was very cool. I think when I heard about this idea from this team, I was worried because it's tough to get that kind of information, right? But I really like their take. It's like power tools for understanding information, right? It's like the next generation of helping people deal with the massive amount of news. And they looked really good too. Any thoughts?
I really like the browser integration as well.
The Chrome extension?
Yeah.